Right now at noon, Madison police make a third arrest in the killing of an 11-year-old girl. And House Speaker Nancy Pelosi speaks at a virtual Democratic National Convention this morning and emphasizes how important Wisconsin is this November.
This is News 3 Now at noon.
Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. We start with breaking news from a third person now has been arrested in the death of 11-year-old Anissa Scott. Madison's interim police chief Vic Wall says 17-year-old Jerry Ward was arrested yesterday related to looting in State Street back in May. He had a loaded gun on him at the time. Officials say Ward will be charged later today with first-degree intentional homicide and attempted first-degree homicide as party to a crime. On Tuesday, 19-year-old Perry and Carrion and 16-year-old Andre Brown were charged with first-degree intentional homicide in the case. It's believed Ward, Brown, and Carrion were in the car together when Anissa was shot. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is delivering a stark message to Wisconsin Democrats about what role the key battleground state will have in the presidential election.
No pressure. It's all riding on Wisconsin. No pressure. But how wonderful to be with the Governor Evers.
Speaker Pelosi and former Attorney General Eric Holder emphasized the importance of the state in Joe Biden's plans to deny President Trump a second term. President Trump carried Wisconsin by fewer than 23,000 votes in 2016. That's less than a percentage point. Last night at the DNC, Senator Kamala Harris made history accepting the vice presidential nomination as the first woman of color on any major party's presidential ticket. The DNC wraps up tonight with former Vice President Joe Biden accepting the party's nomination to run for president. Our political reporter, Amy Reed, will have continuing coverage tonight on News 3 Now at 10. President Trump makes a campaign stop in Pennsylvania today, just outside Joe Biden's hometown of Scranton. The president's in-person event is designed to draw a contrast with Biden's largely virtual campaign. And today, the Wisconsin Elections Commission will meet today to decide if Kanye West will appear on ballots in Wisconsin. Earlier this week, staff recommended the rapper be kept off the November ballot because he missed a deadline to submit nomination papers. The 5 p.m. deadline on August 5th was the last day for independent presidential candidates to submit the required 2,000 signatures of Wisconsin voters. Madison's Mayor Satya Rose Conway says for the first time, the city will set up 14 secure ballot drop boxes. She hasn't said where in the city they're going to put them yet, but the secure drop boxes are a way for people concerned about their ballot being counted on time to avoid relying on the post office, and it allows voters to return their ballots without interacting with other people amid the pandemic. Let's head over to the Weather Center now. Meteorologist Aaron White has a look at your first warned forecast. Hi, Aaron.
Hey, good afternoon. We have a great day coming our way as we see a lot of sunshine this afternoon and some pretty warm temperatures as we go through the rest of the day today. As live look over Madison showing those clear skies, a beautiful afternoon. The wind is also pretty light, and we're already seeing temperatures up into the 70s, 76 now, and we will warm up into the 80s later on this afternoon. Today's high topping out right around 84 degrees. Already up to 81 in Boscobel, 79 in Lone Rock, 79 in Janesville, 76 in Monroe, and about 73 degrees in Mineral Point. Now we are going to see that warm weather continue right on into the weekend. Highs back into the middle 80s on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. However, we are tracking the chance for a few storms coming in on Saturday, but overall, not a bad weekend, and I think even warmer temperatures are in the forecast after this weekend. So I'll have more details on that coming up in my first warn forecast.
All right, it's still August.
Yeah, it still is.
We'll see you in a few minutes, Aaron. Thank you. New at noon, a 17-year-old girl has died after she was pinned under a golf cart at a Columbia County campground. She was injured at Crystal Lake Campground in the town of West Point on Sunday and died 3 days later at University Hospital here in Madison. Sheriff's officials say the teen and her mother were thrown from the golf cart when it rolled down a steep hill to the Crystal Lake shoreline. The golf cart landed on its side, pinning the girl underneath. Officials say both the girl and her mother had been drinking. Madison police are trying to find the man who used a samurai sword to break into rooms at a Greek life house late last night. This happened a block away from the Edgewater Hotel in the 100 block of Langdon Street. People living at the house say the man pried open doors and went through several rooms, but it's unclear if anything was taken. A woman is recovering in the hospital after a hit and run near the UW-Madison campus last night. Madison police say a driver hit the woman at the intersection of West Washington Avenue and Bassett Street around 11:15 last night. She is expected to recover. Police are looking at video evidence to try to identify the car and the driver. To our COVID-19 headlines now, state officials say 57 people have tested positive at the Green Bay Correctional Institution. According to the Department of Corrections, all prisoners who have tested positive are being isolated, and anyone who was exposed is being quarantined. The National Guard is assisting with testing. 3 staff members are among the 57 positive cases. Teachers' unions in 2 of the biggest U.S. cities are threatening walkouts over returning to school during the pandemic as colleges in the U.S. report more than 1,000 coronavirus cases. Some schools like Notre Dame and Michigan State have suspended or ended in-person learning entirely. David McGanno reports from Miami.
It was this video of students partying inside the University of Connecticut student housing that led to several students being evicted from their campus residences. Iowa State University released Party Smart guidelines for its student body this week after crowds of students were seen partying over the weekend. This video shared online apparently shows some of those parties. In Tennessee, the state government is allowing school districts to declare teachers as essential workers, which would get them back into the classroom, even if they've been exposed to the virus. We spoke with the state's education commissioner, Penny Schwen.
If you are going to do that at the local level, we want to make sure that you've done everything to make sure your staff and your students are kept safe and protected in those school buildings.
But many teachers around the country are worried that local leaders are not adequately protecting them, their students, and their families. In New York City, the teachers union is suggesting it may take legal action if schools reopen without what they're calling essential precautions like mandatory testing and tracing.
This city went through hell and came back, and we are not going back to hell because of short-sighted political agendas.
And in Florida, the state's largest teachers union is suing over a statewide in-person learning mandate that they say is putting lives at risk. At Wednesday's virtual court hearing, one teacher was overcome with emotion.
I've chosen my kids, my students, over so many difficult things, but I can't put my family at risk.
David McGanno reporting. The Food and Drug Administration is putting a hold on an emergency authorization for the use of convalescent plasma to treat COVID patients. That's when doctors use the blood of someone who has recovered from the virus to try and treat a sick COVID patient. A senior Trump administration official tells CBS News there are conflicting opinions about the treatment among top U.S. health officials, with some saying there's not enough data for its full approval. President Trump's former chief strategist, Steve Bannon, has been arrested for allegedly defrauding donors. Federal prosecutors indicted him and 3 others for using an online crowdfunding campaign known as We Build the Wall, which claimed to raise money to pay for the border wall with Mexico. The 4 men are indicted for allegedly taking hundreds of thousands of dollars donated to the group and using it for personal expenses, among other things. Bannon is expected to make his first court appearance later today. And there's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. I'm next to see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Wait until you see what we came up with when we teamed 2 of our best food buys together. The result is nothing short of spectacular. So join us.
For years, iMart Express has provided you with quality eyewear and same-day service. With sights set on the path ahead, we continue to rally together to keep your future in focus. Get 2 pairs of single vision glasses for under $40 and 2 pairs of progressives for under $80. To learn more, visit iMartExpress.com.
Hi, I'm Brian from McGann Furniture in Baraboo. What does free mean? No cost, right? We've all seen ads about free things included with your purchase. Free carpet pad or installation with your carpet, free love seat with your sofa, 2 window blinds for the price of 1. But we know better, right? At McGann's, free means free. Free delivery and setup with purchases of $500 or more within 50 miles of Baraboo. Shop McGann Furniture in downtown Baraboo. You'll be glad you did.
Over 120 in-stock Sylvania LED bulbs are 11% off at Menards. These LED bulbs use 85% less energy than 60-watt bulbs. Pick up a 4-pack for $4.89 after 11% rebate. Give a beautiful, rich color to your projects with MINWAX interior wood finish. MINWAX is a penetrating stain that enhances all types of wood. All quarts and gallons are 11% off right now at Menards.
Save big. Have you envisioned a beautiful modern kitchen for your home? Choose from either Cascade or Frosty White. Perhaps looking for a more vibrant color? How about natural maple or chocolate pear? Mad City is Wisconsin's trusted local source for kitchen cabinet refacing. Make the easy choice. Avoid the lengthy remodel. Stay under budget on your project and transform your kitchen in style. Our design consultants not only make it easy, they make it fun. Sitting down with you to custom design every door, drawer, and handle of your dream kitchen project. And now, during our Dream Kitchen event, save 60% on installation of your cabinet refacing project. Ask about 18 months, same as cash, and a bonus. Save 25% on new countertops with your cabinet refacing project. Plus, call during this program and receive a free $100 Amazon gift card with your in-home estimate. Dial 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
Our seniors that are being hit the hardest, they're frightened. And I want them to know that their health and safety will be my responsibility if I'm your president. And I'll have from day one, ready to go, the best medical experts and scientists to advise on our response. And I will not abandon you. It's a simple proposition, folks. We're all in this together. We got to fight this together. We'll emerge from this stronger because we did it together. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
This is the time of year between all our summer activities wrapping up and our lives getting back to, well, let's just say somewhat normal, when we're on the lookout for dinner ideas that are fast, flavorful, and that take advantage of the season's best food buys. Have you noticed lately how abundant tomatoes are, especially cherry tomatoes and the grape varieties? They're as sweet as can be and are at some of the best prices of the year. Once we get them home, all we do is saute them in some olive oil, garlic, and a bit of crushed red pepper. After they start to blister, we add some lemon juice and white wine and let that simmer. In the meantime, we saute some U.S. farm-raised catfish that we've seasoned. To me, this is one of the best catches in the market. And with August being National Catfish Month, I can't think of a better time to discover it. Once they're golden and start to flake, which takes just minutes, we top them with our fresh-tasting sauce. Let me tell you, between the perfect texture and the mellow taste of the fish and the freshness from the tomatoes, are you ever in for a treat? And to think, we threw this all together in less than 15 minutes. To get the recipe for our tomato skillet fish fillets, all you have to do is visit our website. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a fresh, fast, and fabulous way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
All right, Howard, thank you. Beautiful weather sticks around. Clear skies, sunshine for today and tomorrow, but a possible shower chance this weekend. Aaron has your first warn forecast next.
Everyone that comes into the kitchen who had seen it before comments how much nicer it is. It looks more up to date. They like the lightness of the kitchen.
Mad City Kitchens makes it easy to dramatically improve the look of your kitchen in as little as 2 days. Update your cabinets with water-resistant wood stains and finishes, from candlelight to natural maple, Persian cherry, and more. Get a brand new look with architectural countertops and custom hardware. A beautiful kitchen transformation is more affordable than ever during our Dream Kitchen event. Save 60% on installation of your cabinet refacing project. Ask about 18 months, same as cash. And as a bonus, save 25% on new countertops with your cabinet refacing project. Plus, last chance to call during this program and receive a free $100 Amazon gift card with your in-home estimate. Dial 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
What happens now? Now that the rent's due, but they've cut your pay. Now that the virus has cost lives, but your health care costs too much. Now that our president has had months, but he still doesn't have a plan. What happens now? Joe Biden knows how to lead through a crisis because he's done it before. When our economy was on the verge of collapse, Joe Biden led the largest economic stimulus in a generation and saved millions of jobs. Now Joe Biden is ready to lead us through this crisis. He knows rebuilding our economy starts with fighting the virus, increasing testing, getting more protective gear for healthcare workers, and calling for mask mandates nationwide. As president, he'll get working families back on their feet by lowering healthcare costs and helping small businesses recover. So what happens now? We elect a president who will build back better.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
This year, school is going to be full of changes.
What will school be like, and how can we make sure our kids are safe?
We're getting the answers you need to help you prepare.
So keep an eye on News 3 Now this morning and get ready to go back to school.
Many students depend on meals provided by schools, and Madison offers free meal sites. So why are only a small fraction of families taking advantage of the service? And how could it impact virtual learning? On the next News 3 Now this morning. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Jobless claims worsen again and help wanted in the C-suite, but only if you're good at memes. Diane King Hall has your Money Watch report.
More than 1 million Americans filed for unemployment benefits last week. The Labor Department says claims topped 1.1 million. That was more than expected, and it comes a week after claims fell below 1 million for the first time since the pandemic began. 35% of Americans have less savings now than they did before the pandemic. That's according to a new report from Bankrate, and 21% of adults say they have no emergency savings at all. Of those who do have a cushion, only 16% say they are very comfortable with their stash of cash. A glitch in the matrix for Gmail users and other Google services. A group of users around the world reported outages on Gmail and Google Drive this morning. The outage began shortly after midnight. Some users said they had problems with attachments, and some said they couldn't send or receive emails. Google says the problem should be resolved. Meme making in 2020 is big business, and now you could earn big bucks doing it. Bud Light Seltzer is looking for a CMO, that's Chief Meme Officer. And no, it's not a joke. The big boss job pays $5,000 a month. The 3-month gig requires the candidate to make at least 10 viral memes per week. The search for clever content creators runs until September 18th. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to CBSMoneyWatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Diane King Hall.
Thank you, Diane. Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrials up 20, almost 21 points. The NASDAQ up 6, and the S&P 500 is up 2. Farm Director Pam Yaki is here now with today's Ag News. Hi, Pam.
How about some wild numbers for you on a Thursday? The National FFA organization announced their annual membership yesterday, up more than 60,000 students compared to a year ago. They hit a record 760,113 active members in the FFA. Now, here's a little closer look at the membership numbers. 41% of today's FFA membership female. Also, 24 of the 25 largest cities in the United States actually have FFA chapters. And there's diversity in the FFA organization. They say today there's more than 115,000 members that are Latino, more than 40,000 that are from an African-American background, more than 12,000 American Indians and Alaskan Natives that are involved in the FFA. So despite all the disruption that students have had to put up with on COVID-19, they're still staying engaged with a lot of those extracurricular activities that could ultimately have an impact on their future. Here's some other numbers that are not necessarily so surprising, but things that we've got to watch. In the month of July, Wisconsin's milk production went up yet again, and that's despite the fact that we've got 11,000 fewer dairy cows out there this year than we did last. Of those cows remaining, every one of them was producing about 30 pounds of milk more this July than last. The state as a whole was up 1% milk production, 2.62 billion pounds of milk produced. The 24 major dairy producing states as a group saw milk production go up about 1.5%. State with the biggest jump, South Dakota at 11.5% up. State with the biggest decrease, Florida, in part because of the weather, down 5.7%. All of our neighbors around Wisconsin, Minnesota, Iowa, as well as Michigan, also milk production go up beyond what Wisconsin did. Hey, today I'm riding along with a potato harvester at Ulsom Farms out in Arena. You want to see some of the fun? Follow me on Facebook, Fabulous Farm Babe. Could be very interesting. That's all I'll say. We'll catch up with you tomorrow morning starting at 4:30. Have a great day, everybody.
You too, Pam. Be careful out there. Let's head over to the Weather Center. Aaron has a look at your forecast.
Yeah, we have a great day coming our way as we head into the afternoon. Temperatures are going to be warming up quite nicely into the lower to middle 80s with a lot of sunshine out there. We already have that, and we're going to continue to see that right on through Friday into the weekend before we see our first storm chance arrive as we get into Saturday. For now, though, temperatures are up into the 70s, 76 degrees in Madison. Southwest wind about 7 miles per hour. And like I mentioned, we are going to warm up into the lower to middle 80s, down to about 81 degrees by 6 o'clock, and then we will cool down into the upper 60s later on this evening. Across the area, we're generally into the 70s. We have a few 80s out there already. We have 81 in Boscobel, 79 for Lone Rock, 79 in Janesville and Watertown, and about 77 degrees up in the Dells. And as we look ahead to the forecast, we're going to see that warm-up continue right on into the weekend. Highs back in the mid to possibly upper 80s. But we are talking about that storm chance coming in on Saturday. Right now, it's looking like a very minimal chance, but I still think it's at least going to bring some rainfall back into Wisconsin through the day on Saturday into Saturday night. Then next week, we could be talking about some even warmer temperatures, maybe near 90 as we go into the middle of the week. But aside from that, we have some activity down in the tropics. There are two new depressions that formed over the last 24 hours. We have Tropical Depression 13 and 14. These are still in the Atlantic. Those are going to be moving to the north and west and could actually bring some impacts to the United States as we get into the late weekend into early portions of next week and see the tracks here, bringing it closer to Florida, possibly another one near Texas as we head into the end of the weekend. So something to keep an eye on. Back here at home, not much to worry about, at least for today. We have that sunshine. Some clouds are going to be moving in from the north and west, but overall, I think it should be a partly sunny to mostly sunny day across Wisconsin. Now, as we head into Saturday, there is a slight chance we could see a few thunderstorms, a marginal risk of severe weather to the north of the area, so still something to keep an eye on for the day on Saturday. Today, though, this afternoon, temperatures again warming up into the upper 70s to possibly middle 80s as we head later into the afternoon. But on Saturday, that's when we see that storm chance. You can see scattered showers developing through the morning hours on Saturday, eventually moving into the area later on in the afternoon for Saturday and continuing into Saturday night. Today, though, high around 84 degrees, a partly cloudy sky this afternoon, southwest wind at 5 to 10. And then for tonight, we will see clear skies cooling down to about 60 degrees for an overnight low, southwest wind at 5 to 10. And then we are going to see temperatures again warming up into the middle 80s, high of around 85 degrees on Saturday with that chance of storms. And then look at that, upper 80s by Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We were thinking that we could see some cooler weather coming into next week, but I think it's going to be more summer-like weather as we head into Monday.
But we could use the rain, though.
Yeah, we definitely could use the rain. I think Saturday's going to be the best chance, but we'll just kind of have to see how that plays out.
All right. Thank you, Aaron. Next at noon, we'll introduce you to our pet of the week, a bunny named Thor. Stay with us.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Have you envisioned a beautiful modern kitchen for your home? Choose from either Cascade or Frosty White. Perhaps looking for a more vibrant color? How about natural maple or chocolate pear? Mad City is Wisconsin's trusted local source for kitchen cabinet refacing. Make the easy choice. Avoid the lengthy remodel. Stay under budget on your project and transform your kitchen in style. Our design consultants not only make it easy, they make it fun. Sitting down with you to custom design every door, drawer, and handle of your dream kitchen project. And now, during our Dream Kitchen event, save 60% on installation of your cabinet refacing project. Ask about 18 months, same as cash, and a bonus. Save 25% on new countertops with your cabinet refacing project. Plus, call during this program and receive a free $100 Amazon gift card with your in-home estimate. Dial 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
When looking for a TV and internet provider, we know you have a choice. This is Jessica. She still has satellite TV.
Well, I get tons of HD.
Spectrum has tons of HD, and we love Spectrum's 24-hour local news channel. Plus, we get exclusive access to premium original content with Spectrum Originals.
I don't have that.
Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-976-4499.
Spectrum Internet starts at 200 megabits with no data caps and a free modem.
We have to get internet from another company, and it isn't nearly as fast.
Spectrum Internet, $44.99 a month.
I'd switch, but I'm stuck in a contract and would have to pay up to $480 to cancel.
Spectrum has no contracts, and they'll pay up to $500 to help you out of yours.
That's it. I'm switching to Spectrum.
Get Spectrum TV and Internet from $44.99 a month each. Call 833-976-4499.
We will never let socialism destroy American healthcare.
Really? President Trump's new executive order is every socialist dream come true. Trump will make it possible to change policies according to European countries that he deemed socialist, stifling the fight against COVID-19, increasing wait times, and rationing care for our seniors. Democrats won't need to socialize medicine because Trump is doing it for them. Paid for by Americans for limited government.
It's time to introduce you to our pet of the week, Thor. He's a one-year-old satin rabbit looking for a new family. Our friends at the Dane County Humane Society say he loves spending time eating his veggies and running around lightning fast to explore and play. He's also a big fan of head scratches and pets. Beautiful rabbit. If you're interested in adopting Thor or checking out the other animals at the Dane County Humane Society, go to giveshelter.org or set up an appointment at 838-0413. Last week's pup, Jupiter, was adopted. That is great news. And a reminder that the Dane County Humane Society's thrift store generates revenue to support the people and animals of our community. Your support through shopping and donations allows the Humane Society to provide refuge, healing, and new beginnings for more than 9,000 companion animals, exotic animals, farm animals, and wildlife every year. The thrift store is open at its new location on Watts Road, right across from Woodman's, every Tuesday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. All right, final check of the forecast. Here's Aaron.
Yeah, we have a nice afternoon coming our way as we have a lot of sunshine. A few clouds will be passing through this afternoon, but otherwise it's going to be a warm day with highs topping out into the lower to middle 80s. I think we will be around 81 degrees at 2 o'clock and then about 83 degrees around 4, then cooling off later on this evening. As we head into the weekend, though, it's going to be warming up a bit. Highs back in the mid to possibly upper 80s as we go through the weekend. We are still tracking that chance of storms on Saturday. Looks like the best chance of storms, maybe 30 to 40% chance of that happening as we go through the weekend. And then a look ahead to next week, I think it's going to be even warmer by Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Forecasting highs right now in the upper 80s. Wouldn't be surprised if we have to put a 90-degree temperature on one of those days. So we'll see how that goes.
All right, summer rolls along. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here at 4. Have a great afternoon.
Now, a WISC-TV editorial with editorial director Neil Heinen.
It is certainly not a surprise to this editorial board that former Governor Tommy Thompson is seizing the opportunity of serving as president of the UW system to encourage greater investment in the UW to leverage the system in meeting the immediate and future needs of Wisconsin. As always, Thompson understands the impact the UW has on the state's economy and the impact it can have on recovering from the pandemic. As important, he sees the importance of the UW in serving underrepresented and underserved populations and in the hopes and dreams of every student who wants to attend a UW system campus. He is not cavalier. Before requesting a 3.5% budget increase, he cut administrative spending by $10 million. But his tuition forgiveness initiative and borrowing plans are investments in the Wisconsin idea and are exactly what the UW, students, the state, and its citizens need right now.